So what I've gone ahead and made for my final project is a ClawBot robot that uses TensorFlow and images taken from a Raspberry Pi to distinguish between different targets on these imaginary palettes made with a blue tape. Regardless of how many palettes or targets there are or aren't, the robot will always find the desired target, drop it off, and go right back to where it started. If we start off with the software, there are 4 main components that go into ClawBot, them being SystemLink, PyCharm to run code that will run the TensorFlow model, the Raspberry Pi Zero, which gets the pictures, and of course the EV3. Everything starts off with me updating the tag in SystemLink to get my EV3 going, and it actually just updates another tag in SystemLink to tell PyCharm through another tag to start running the TensorFlow model after tearing images from the Raspberry Pi. So the Pi is actually just live streaming, and what PyCharm does is just takes one frame in order to run the model. Once it runs the model, it updates another tag in SystemLink, which eventually makes its way all the way back to the EV3 and tells it to either skip over the current palette because that's not the target, or that's actually the target, pick it up, drop it off at the target location, and then go all the way back to the start. This is an example of the hardware in action. It's just a media motor powering the claw and an elevator that lifts and lowers the claw when the target is found. For this first example, we have a couple palettes, 2 of them with targets, 2 of them without, and the actual target, the smooth Android, is at the very end. Everything is sped up because there's a lot of lag between SystemLink, the Pi, and my computer. This is actually happening much more slowly. Once the bot figures out where the target is, it drops it off and it goes back to the same starting point. And here's one more example with multiple targets laid out. Every single one of the targets is going through the entire model and system to determine if they are what we want or not. Once it's actually found, ClawBot picks it up, goes through, drops it off. And this is also sped up, but I did slow it down just enough so that you can see the level of disrespect ClawBot likes to show every now and then.